The 1960s didn't just change music, they revolutionized it forever. From the British invasion to psychedelic experimentation, this decade produced songs that still make your heart race 60 years later. Today, we're counting down the 8 greatest classic rock songs of the 1960s, ranked by cultural impact, musical innovation, and pure sonic power. Welcome back to Rock and Roll Bedtime Stories. I'm Zach, and if you're obsessed with the golden age of rock and roll, you've found your people. We've analyzed chart performance, cultural significance, and musical innovation to create this definitive ranking of the decade that gave birth to modern rock. Smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications because we're about to take you back to the most revolutionary decade in music history. Kicking off our countdown at number 8 is Jefferson Airplane's Mind-Bending White Rabbit, the song that perfectly captured the psychedelic revolution of 1967. Grace Slick's powerful vocals soar over a musical arrangement that literally builds like a drug trip, starting quiet and mysterious before exploding into pure sonic chaos. What makes this track scientifically fascinating? The song's structure mirrors the experience it's describing. Researchers studying music and altered consciousness have noted how the escalating tempo and volume create genuine physiological responses in listeners. The Alice in Wonderland references weren't just clever wordplay, they were a coded message to an entire generation questioning authority and reality. This song proved that rock could be literary, subversive, and trippy all at once. It's the sound of the counterculture finding its voice, and it paved the way for everything from progressive rock to alternative music decades later. The Rolling Stones record Painted Black claims our number 7 spot, and this track showcased rock's growing sophistication in 1966. That haunting opening riff, played on a sitar-tuned guitar, brought Eastern musical influences into Western rock, a fusion that would define the decade's experimental spirit. Brian Jones' innovative use of unconventional instruments transformed what could have been a standard blues rock song into something completely otherworldly. Music historians point to this track as a key moment when rock began incorporating global musical traditions. The song's dark psychological themes, depression, loss, and existential angst, proved that rock could handle serious emotional territory. While other bands were singing about teenage romance, the Stones were exploring the human psyche. That haunting minor key melody and driving rhythm created a template that influenced everyone from garage rock to gothic music. Cream's Sunshine of Your Love takes number 6, and this 1967 powerhouse essentially invented heavy metal. That crushing bass line from Jack Bruce and Eric Clapton's searing guitar work created a sound heavier than anything that came before. Here's what makes it groundbreaking. Cream proved that rock could be both musically complex and incredibly heavy. The song's blues foundation, psychedelic elements, and sheer volume created what musicologists call power trio dynamics, the idea that 3 musicians could create more sonic impact than entire orchestras. Clapton's guitar tone on this track influenced every rock guitarist who followed. That sustain, that distortion, that perfect balance of melody and power, it became the blueprint for rock guitar. Listen to any heavy rock song from the 1970s onward, and you'll hear the DNA of Sunshine of Your Love. At number 5, we have Jimi Hendrix's Purple Haze, 3 minutes and 9 seconds that changed guitar playing forever. When this track exploded onto the scene in 1967, it didn't just push boundaries, it obliterated them completely. Hendrix's use of feedback, distortion, and effects pedals created sounds that literally didn't exist before he made them. Studio engineers had to invent new recording techniques just to capture what he was doing. This wasn't just music, it was sonic alchemy. The cultural impact? This song proved that rock could be art, theater, and raw power simultaneously. Hendrix took the blues, fed it through Marshall stacks, and created something that sounded like it came from another planet. Musicians are still trying to figure out how he achieved some of these sounds, and that's nearly 60 years later. The Doors' Light My Fire claims our number 4 position, and this track proved that rock didn't need guitars to be revolutionary. Ray Manzarek's hypnotic organ work and that unforgettable keyboard solo created a sound unlike anything else in 1967. Jim Morrison's vocals range from seductive whispers to primal screams, while the song's structure, featuring an extended instrumental break that builds to near religious intensity, showed that rock could be both radio-friendly and artistically ambitious. This song's blend of classical music training, blues influences, and theatrical presentation created what critics call art rock, sophisticated music that still maintained raw, dangerous energy. The Doors proved that intellectual complexity and primitive rock power weren't mutually exclusive. Bob Dylan's All Along the Watchtower takes the bronze medal at number 3, though you might know Hendrix's electric version better. But Dylan's 1967 original created a template for storytelling in rock that artists still follow today. In just over 2 minutes, Dylan created a complete narrative universe filled with mysterious characters and biblical imagery. Literary scholars study this song alongside traditional poetry because it elevated rock lyrics to genuine literature. The song's circular structure, ending where it begins, and its apocalyptic imagery captured the social upheaval of the late 1960s perfectly. This wasn't just a song, it was a prophecy, a warning, and a work of art all rolled into one. It proved that rock music could handle serious themes and complex narratives while remaining utterly compelling. Taking our silver medal is the Beatles' A Day in the Life, the closing track from Sgt. Pepper's that many considered the greatest song ever recorded. This 1967 masterpiece combined John Lennon's surreal verses with Paul McCartney's mundane middle section, creating something that shouldn't work but absolutely does. That orchestral crescendo, 40 musicians playing from their lowest note to their highest, had never been attempted in popular music. Producer George Martin essentially invented techniques that wouldn't become standard until decades later. The song's structure defied every convention of popular music, yet it created one of the most emotionally powerful experiences in rock history. It proved that audiences were hungry for complexity and willing to follow artists into uncharted creative territory. This track didn't just push boundaries, it erased them entirely. And claiming our number 1 spot is Bob Dylan's Like a Rolling Stone, the song that changed everything. When this 6-minute epic hit radio in 1965, it shattered every rule about what a hit single could be. Here's why it's scientifically and culturally significant. This song marked rock music's evolution from teenage entertainment to serious artistic expression. Before Dylan went electric, rock was about romance and dancing. After Like a Rolling Stone, it could explore philosophy, social commentary, and the human condition. The recording itself was revolutionary. That organ sound, the electric guitars, Dylan's sneering vocal delivery, it created a new template for rock music. The song's stream of consciousness lyrics influenced not just musicians, but writers and poets across all mediums. This track opened the floodgates for everything that followed in the 1960s and beyond. Without Like a Rolling Stone, there's no psychedelic rock, no art rock, no progressive music. It's not just the greatest song of the 1960s, it's the moment rock music grew up and became art. These 8 songs didn't just define the 1960s, they created the blueprint for everything rock music became, from Dylan's literary revolution to the Beatles' studio wizardry. Each track proved that rock could be experimental, intelligent, and massively popular all at once. The 1960s were the laboratory where rock music was perfected, and these songs are the greatest experiments that came out of that incredible decade. What do you think? Did your favorite 60s classic make the cut? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you loved this deep dive into rock's most revolutionary decade, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching. And remember, the 1960s didn't just give us great music, they gave us the freedom to make music about anything and all.